coming in for the first time, seeing what that atmosphere is like. What do you remember in terms of how valuable those moments were, like that fourth quarter, those, that second half that you played, that, your first opportunity to kind of put on the lead Alabama, I guess? Like, how valuable was that for you?
I think it's awesome just to have another opportunity to play the game that I love. I think that's how we separated it. When you have joy in something, you put your all into it. And when you have a group of guys that love it as well, that just is number passion that's poured into the football field. And that's what we have. I think that's the best thing about playing right now. Man, we have a lot of guys that love playing football, that love the journey, that love the process. And that's all it's about, loving the journey and enjoying the process. And I think that's going to carry us along this way, carry us along this path. But I think, through everything, I think that's how we just refocus everything, because it's going to be hardship. There's going to be times where it's highs and lows, but it's all about having a consistent mindset and constantly just going to want to know.
Do you see that level of joy and that mindset from Ty, from Austin, from Dylan, like every day? Like, is that something that you try and instill?
Oh, for sure. I think every day, all you want to do is, so one thing that I try to separate in my life is that it's a lot of things that cost money. In this world, there's a lot of things that cost money, but one thing that's free is kindness and a smile. And that's something that I just try to do, pour in each and every day when I come in the building, is having that opportunity to do that. And with the guys in the room, I think we have a really good room when it comes to shared success, when it comes to guys that's working so hard, and everyone's unique in their own way. And the best thing about it, we have shared success. I think the best thing for me is taking the field with those guys Saturday when we run out the tunnel all together. And just that small moment we share of running out on the field, because people don't see the hard work that's done in the week. Everyone just sees the Saturdays and the hard work you put in display going into a game and an opponent. But it's all the stuff that's during the week when it comes to our whole room as a whole. So I think, I love our room. I appreciate our room, but it starts with Coach Sheridan, who's been leading us, pushing us each and every day, and trying to get the best out of us.
Coach Womack kind of talked about y'all's relationship. He joked that a quarterback and a punter is sometimes the DC's best friend. Talk about y'all's relationship. How important is that to you to have a good relationship with your defensive coordinator?
Absolutely. I love my relationship with Coach Womack. It's been awesome to have him here. It's been great, just the communication base behind it, and also just the relationship that's built. Of course, he's a defensive coordinator, but I have a relationship where he pours into me, I pour into him. And, it's awesome, just the relationship. And the best thing about it is that we win games together. And we have shared success as a whole. And each game that we have, I try to give him a hug. I try to go up to him, embrace him, because I know the hard work that's done on his side of the ball. And for us on offense, we just try to compliment each other during the game. And so every moment that I get to see him, I love to just, see him, talk to him. And I know that he has my back. That's the best thing about it, is when you have a coach that's behind you, that instills nothing but confidence in you. That's the best thing I love about Coach Womack, and it's been great to have him here and the relationship that's been built.
How helpful is that, maybe from a scheme standpoint, when you can kind of consult him, maybe he tells you some things to look for, some keys, when reading defenses, when you watch film,
absolutely.
Stuff like that.
So our defense does a really good job disguising, giving us so many looks during the week. And so that helps a lot when it comes to game planning, when it comes to preparing for an opponent, because we're getting a lot of great looks from our defense. And so when it comes to the games, I'm prepared as much as possible because our defense giving us really good looks. And so I think that's the best part about going against our defense, but also his input, because he's a great defensive coordinator. As you see with our defense, how disruptive they've been, the takeaways they've been having, how physical do they play. And so that just influences our offense as a positive way, with his leadership, with his mindset. And so I love being around him because I learned so much.
How big has Jahad Campbell kind of grown as a leader? I know he had a pretty strong message to the team last week. How have you seen just his leadership resonate and how he's set an example for everybody?
So I'm proud of him, because this is a guy who came in after me, and a guy that's constantly grown in confidence, constantly grown in his craft, constantly try to pour into other individuals. And that's what I'm so proud of him about. It's not about the Saturday. It's the hard work that he's put in throughout the offseason, throughout the time he's been here, because it's all about the work you do in the dark that's going to come out to shine at some point. And now he's receiving his fruits, what I'm so proud of him for. And him pouring to other guys, that's something that's missed as well, is his leadership, his confidence, his energy that's poured into other people that's on the field. So I'm happy for all the success that we've had, and he's a key resource for us moving forward for the defense. And his energy is going to continue to just be important for our defense, and his his play for sure. So I'm proud of him. I know he's going to constantly just keep on going, And for a quarterback, I love the disruptive plays. Can get the ball back for the offense.
When we look at these next 2 weeks, what do you want to see out of your team? What example do you want to set as you finish out the regular season?
What I want to see from our team is the finish. It doesn't matter what's been displayed prior to each Saturday. It's all about being the very best us that goes by. Coach Sheridan said at the very beginning of the season, each game that goes by, we should get better. We should not go backwards. We should get better. So I believe that our game this week should be better than our game last week. We just constantly have to just go on the path of just getting better. Constantly just look in the mirror and just try to figure out how we can be 1-0, how we can have ball dominant details, and just master how we can be explosive as a group. And I think it starts with practice and having a starving mindset when it comes to getting better, and that's going to factor into our success.
Two more.
Speaking of getting better, how do you feel like your pass protection has improved over the course of the season?
I think our pass protection has been outstanding. We do a really good job with blitz pickup. We do a really good job with communication. I believe that any sack that's on the field is on the quarterback. I believe that the quarterback should solve problems. I feel as though it's for the quarterback to have some integrity and have some details when it comes to communication up front, making sure that we're sliding the right person, not being hot in protection, getting the ball out, not holding on to the ball. So I believe that any miscues when it comes to center of the quarterback, it's always on the quarterback, no matter what. And so it's all about during the week just ensuring that we're getting the right slide when it comes to man slide, full slides, and just ensuring that we're all in the right communication between me and Parker. So I think they're doing a really good job, and they're grinding, refining, and competing at a very high level. And so I'm proud of those guys because they are definitely going to receive the fruits when it comes to all the hard work that's been poured into each day during the week. So we have really good leadership between Book and our center that pours into all the guys up front. So they're going to constantly get better, constantly grow, and I'm just proud of those guys.
Younger guy in the receiver room, Caleb Odom. How have you seen just him kind of grow, whether it's your connection with him or just how he's kind of grown over the course of his first year in the program?
I think he's doing a really good job. I remember being a freshman, coming in, being hungry, trying to get better, trying to master the system, and I see exactly where he's going. I think he's doing a really good job. He has a unique frame with his size, and he's definitely a mismatch when he goes onto the field. So I'm proud of him for his development and him just constantly just trying to get better.